Hi, and welcome back to my channel. This video is all about the upcoming Ais Wallenstein armor card, how its effect works and how to further increase its provided bonus effect. Also in this video, I will perform a damage test comparison for both the critical auto attack Qatar build and the dagger skill type build. I will also show you some cheaper alternative armor card that could also provide a decent damage boost for PvE scenarios. Now, without further ado, let's begin. First off, let's review the Ais Wallenstein unique bonus stat effects. This card provides a plus 10% final damage bonus stat, and after your base total movement speed reaches 100%. Every 10% movement speed will increase the final damage by 1%, which can provide a maximum of plus 15% of total additional final damage stat. And by having a total of 250% movement speed stat, you'll get a total of plus 25% final damage stat bonus from a non-upgraded Ais Wallenstein card. And even if you exceed a 250% movement speed stat, the maximum additional bonus will still just be at plus 15%. Now, let's proceed to how the final damage stat effect really works. The final damage effect simply affects your final damage, or maximum damage output. It will only just provide an additional bonus final damage, according to the final damage percentage bonus stat you possess. And this is what the effect looks like. Now, according to how the effect works, if you had a higher maximum base damage output, then the additional final damage output boost you will get will also be higher. And also, if you only had a lower damage output, then you'll also only get a little final damage boost. So there will be a case where other damage boost effect stats card can provide a better damage output than the additional final damage bonus effect of the Ais Wallenstein card. Next, let's proceed on how a GX can optimize the use of the Ais Wallenstein card effect. So in my case here, I got a total of 133% base movement speed stat, and if you remove the 100% movement speed, I'll still have a 33% movement speed stat, which will convert into an additional plus 3% final damage stat. So in total, I will get a plus 13% final damage stat from Ais Wallenstein card. Now, if I will use the hallucination walk skill, which will provide an additional plus 50% movement speed for a couple of seconds. My total movement speed now is 183%, and that will provide a total of 18% final damage stat. And by also activating the backslide skill simultaneously, the backslide skill will provide a plus 25% movement speed effect, which will last for 5 seconds. And this can be acquired from the Asir Monument Special Luins. And for those brief seconds, I'll have a total of 208% of movement speed, which will now provide me a total of plus 20% final damage bonus stat for 5 seconds. You can also gain an additional 30% more movement speed from bringing your enhanced hiding passive skill to level 10. But you won't need this passive skill that much on PvE scenarios. You can still utilize it in the future if you want the additional plus 30% movement speed. But you're gonna need to readjust and decrease the level of some priority skills and passive skill for PvE scenarios just to get a level 10 enhanced hiding passive skill. And these are the cheaper alternative armor cards, which can also provide a great amount of damage boost in PvE scenarios. And although these cards are cheaper, and may be more effective than the Ais Wallenstein card in some cases, the Ais card still had a great advantage, since you don't have to switch your armor card for every type of target, and although some of them have a better fixed bonus damage, the Ais can still outperform them if you can manage to obtain a higher movement speed stat. But keep in mind that if your base damage output is too low, then you won't benefit that much from the final damage effect modifiers, and sometimes a damage modifier of the racial. Elemental and size can outperform the Ais Wallenstein card by a larger damage output gap. Now let's proceed to the PvE damage test comparison and do a damage test first with the critical auto attack spinning Shiv's master skill build. As we can see in the results, the Ais Wallenstein's plus 15% final damage had outperformed the plus 15% damage to MVP stat and the plus 15% damage to dark monsters on a critical auto attack spinning shivs build test comparison. Now, let's move to the damage test using the skill type Divine Impact Master skill build. As we can see in the results of using the skill type Divine Impact build, the Ais Wallenstein's plus 15% final damage effect had also outperformed the plus 15% damage to MVP and the plus 15% damage to dark monsters. Overall, and in spite that I still did not push my movement speed to a higher value, the Ais Wallenstein card still managed to outperform the other damage modifiers, and the Ais Wallenstein card could be the best card for PvE scenarios if you are aiming for a greater damage output. Although getting this card from the event will cost a lot of zennies, it will be worth it and will not be put to waste if you are aiming to achieve a greater damage output performance on all scenarios. And for sure, the Ais Wallenstein card will be too expensive at the exchange shop for the first couple of weeks. You can wait till its price drops to 150 million zennies. And there will also be a chance that it would be rare to see it on the exchange shop, and it might be extinct, since everyone will be trying to get one. And that's all of it for this video, and thank you for watching.